Are lizard people a real thing, or is this cold-blooded red thread full of hot air? Do you mind? I'm about to start sharpening my knives.
Do you have like a murder spree planned or something?
Maybe. My family's coming over for dinner, and I thought I should prepare. I already warned them, do not talk about politics.
Well, speaking of topics you're not going to like, I found someone in the multiverse who loves me. And he turns out, Evil Fred, he's the president of my fan club.
Okay. This I gotta see.
All right, one second. I'm going to tune you in, okay?
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
K2, meet Evil Fred.
You have got to be kidding me.
Hi, evil buddy.
K2, tell Evil Fred what you told me.
Yeah, okay, buddy. So here in our reality, Kevin Gator is like bigger than Taylor Swift. And the Red Thread connection is like huge, like over 3 billion followers. It's amazing.
3 billion? Are you guys forced to watch it like in A Clockwork Orange? Sinister.
No. We just find it so inspirational. I mean, the ideas you guys come up with, I love it. Isn't that right, guys?
What in God's name? It's a universe of Kevins.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it wonderful?
No, it's disturbing and borderline vulgar.
Well, thanks for stopping by and saying hello, K2.
You got it, buddy. But since we're talking, I was wondering if I could borrow some money. You know, we're hitting a pretty hard recession
That's okay.
right now.
I see you're a mooch in every reality.
Hey, a mooch with a good following, huh?
A following of lizard brains, perhaps. And speaking of lizard brains, that reminds me of a thread I've been working on, and I might, discuss it with you since you already ruined my day.
Well, then, let's hear it.
Lizard people.
Lizard people.
Lizard people.
Lizard people.
Yes, lizard people. Let me explain here, all right? The thread I'm following would suggest that lizard people may or may not be real.
They may or may not. Well, what is it?
That's the thing. By talking about it, some would suggest that means they are real. It's actually further proof of lizard people.
I think it's late, and you must be tired, so I should,
No, I'm serious about this one. This is a legitimate argument in the lizard people community. But before you go, tell me, what do you know about lizard people, chum?
Chum. Wow. Okay, well, lizard people is a French conspiracy theory that says shape-shifting reptilian beings live among us. These beings seek positions of power, like the cold-blooded reptilians they are, aiming to grab the reins of control and steer the world according to their scaly desires.
Yep, and they aren't any old lizards lounging under a heat lamp. They're undercover lizard agents with a grand plan for global domination. But there's more to this story than we're being told, or should I say, uncovered by the agent of Godhead.
Godhead. Now I'm lost. Much like Kanye West was lost when that X. You just watch.
So going on, the origins of this theory. Wait. I have to stop for a second.
What's up?
I have to address something. Do you even know how the Kanye West joke works at all?
Yeah, I mean,
It has to be something related to something he actually said or did. Like, that's how the joke works. Dear God, must you trash everything you touch? We had a really, really good thing going with that joke, and now it's tainted. Sorry, Kanye.
Yeah, well, sorry, Evil Fred.
Well, apology not accepted, but, moving on as best I can. There was, where was I? Oh yeah, the origins of the lizard people, all right? The theory's origins are really hard to pinpoint, but we know it gained significant attention and was popularized by British conspiracy theorist David Icke in the 1990s. Icke has written extensively on this subject.
But what is this whole agent of Godhead?
Well,
what is that?
According to David Icke, the Godhead is the supreme God, and he, David Icke, is the agent of the Godhead, or as he puts it, the son of the supreme being.
So this guy thinks he's Jesus.
Oh, you have no idea. Just take a look.
You claim to be the Son of God. Mm-hmm. Is that true? Yes, you see, the thing is that it's quite funny, really. You know, 2,000 years ago, had a guy called Jesus sat here and said these same things, you would still be laughing. It's really, really funny that we've not really moved on that much. There have been many missions, if you like, over the last 12,000 years to try to free the Earth from control by a force that is working against the godhead.
Wait, wasn't that guy a famous sportscaster in the UK, and then he started hearing voices in his head? You don't find that suspect, Evil Fred?
What are you guys saying? Wait. No, I hear voices in my head all the time, and they tell me it's not suspect at all, but actually pretty normal. So, going on, there's more to this story. I actually believe there is a war going on, a gigantic space war, and the lizard people are in the mix.
Yeah, we've already covered an episode on the Galactic War. I mean, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, they totally should. But going back to this thread, I think I discovered one of the factions in that very war. Lizard people.
Lizard people.
Lizard people.
Oh, this is going to be a doozy.
Hush your lying forked tongue, you agent of the lizards. You don't even know my real name.
I will not be blackmailed by some ineffectual, privileged, effete, soft penis debutante. You want to start a street fight with me, bring it on, but you're going to be surprised by how ugly it gets. You don't even know my real name. I'm the Lizard King.
I'm setting the stage here, so pipe down and listen. Okay, where was I? Millions and millions of years ago, during the time of the dinosaurs, there was an event that changed everything on Earth.
Yeah, you're talking about the KPG event, right? The extinction event.
Yes, exactly. The Cretaceous Paleogene extinction event. What do you know about this event, Kevin?
Well, I can tell you what I learned from Land Before Time.
Okay, then. Well, go on then, Petrie.
Well, you see, there was an impact of a massive asteroid or comet that wiped out the dinosaurs. We know this because they found a thin layer of iridium-rich settlement surrounding the world, all occurring around the same time. You see, Evil Fred, iridium is abundant in asteroids and comets, so something must have hit the Earth roughly 66 million years ago, which happens to coincide with the dinosaurs' extinction. And there was something about a star leaf, if my memory is correct. I mean, it's a little foggy. It was a long time ago since I've seen that movie.
Well, I'm not sure about the star leaf, but yes, Kevin, they even found the impact site. It's known as the Chicxulub crater and is located in the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. This massive crater scar spans about 93 miles in diameter.
So what does this have to do with lizard people?
Well, let me ask you a question. What would have happened if this event never took place?
That's a good question. I mean, without the extinction event, I imagine dinosaurs would have continued to dominate the Earth. And these creatures, having evolved for millions of years, might actually become more diverse and adapting to other habitats across the globe. Who knows, perhaps with even time, they might actually become highly intelligent and be a very sexy, handsome species like myself.
I don't know about that.
What part?
You being highly intelligent or sexy or any of that stuff. But surprisingly, in this case, you're right. In that, if the dinosaurs never vanished, then the most profound implication would be on humans' evolution. If mammals remained small and did not diversify into larger forms, the evolutionary path leading to primates and eventually humans might have been drastically altered, or might not even have happened at all.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that. But what does this, again, have to do with lizard people?
Well, what are the odds of the KPG impact?
Surprisingly pretty high. I mean, a large asteroid impact on the scale capable of causing mass destruction is estimated to occur in tens to hundreds of millions of years. So it's not surprising it happened considering the age of the Earth.
Yeah, that's true, but not when you consider the size of the asteroid and the location of the impact. You see, all these circumstances lined up to change the Earth's ecosystem without completely destroying it.
What?
Yeah, I can see you're confused here, so let me break this down a little bit. You see, the asteroid was about 8 to 9 miles wide. Any difference in its size and mass would alter the amount of energy released significantly. It could either be too much, destroying everything, or too little, not changing enough.
Yeah, so it was just the luck of the draw. I mean, for instance, Evil Fred, every piece of Halloween candy I've ever consumed was tainted with razors or poison. Now, I know it's not every piece of candy, but But now that I think about it, it was just the ones that my uncle gave me.
Your uncle sounds like my kind of guy. But when you combine that with the impact site, it becomes more than luck. It becomes predetermined. You see, the impact site in the shallow waters of the Yucatan Peninsula was crucial. It's believed that the composition of this location was rich in sulfur from gypsum deposits. This played a significant role in the aftermath of the impact. When the asteroid hit, it threw up vast amounts of sulfur into the atmosphere.
Yeah, okay. So the sudden influx of sulfur into the Earth's atmosphere would create sulfuric acid aerosols. These aerosols would also create acid rain, which would seriously threaten the ecosystem by lowering the pH of the soil and the oceans, killing the plants and fish alike.
Precisely. If this asteroid were a different size or hit any other point in the Earth, the outcome would be completely different. For example, an impact in the deep ocean would still produce massive amounts of energy, generating huge tsunamis and sending water vapor and debris into the atmosphere. However, the lack of sulfur-rich gypsum means less sulfur dioxide would be ejected into the atmosphere. This would reduce the severity of the impact winter, and the dinos would probably have survived.
So do you think the lizard people planned this collision? But why would they do that, Evil Fred?
No, actually, the opposite. I think it was to stop the lizard people. You see, according to David Icke, the lizard beings come from the Alpha Draconis star system, and they feed off our negative energy. If this is the case, as many believe, then it makes sense that there would be an opposing side to this, a different species opposing them, combating this negative force.
It's funny, the notion of a war or conflict among alien races is very common in UFO conspiracies. Proponents of this actually say that Earth is a battleground or a point of interest for all these aliens. So maybe you're onto something there.
Yeah, so perhaps the battle for Earth has been happening for billions of years. Like the asteroid used to kill the dinosaurs was maybe the first strike, perhaps to stop the reptilians from ever getting a foothold on Earth.
So if what you're suggesting holds water, which I kind of doubt, a cosmic showdown between reptilian beings and some other species, possibly mammals, caused the KPG event. And this event may have been a strategic move to wipe out this rising reptilian species and replace them with us, the mammals?
Indeed. I believe it's feasible, and there's an ongoing conflict between the reptilian entities and the mammalian species, with Earth literally caught in the crossfire. Each faction trying to seed Earth with their preferred life forms. See, initially, the reptilians had the upper hand with the dinosaurs reigning supreme. But then the opposition struck with the asteroid, tilting the scales in favor of the mammals. Though the reptilians may have lost that battle, the war continues. They're still scheming to influence the war's outcome, possibly seeking retribution for events that have folded 66 million years ago.
Man, they hold a grudge. Longer than Nicolas Cage. But this still sounds like science fiction. What other evidence do you have besides this fantastic tale?
Yeah, that Nick Cage does not forgive or forget. Maybe he's a reptilian. There'd be no way of knowing without taking his face off.
No way. Point taken.
Anyways, as far as proof of reptilians, the proof is as clear as the scales on their backs. Have you ever seen a world leader blink sideways? Or have you ever noticed how celebrity skins remain flawless no matter their age? I mean, look at these videos, you tell me. That is just not normal.
Yeah, but that could be explained with video artifacts or manipulation by editors.
A video editor would never do that. It goes against the sacred oath that all editors have to take when accepting the terms and conditions of their editing software. In the name of Adobe, Avid, Final Cut.
You live in a strange reality, Evil Fred.
More strange than all the European royal families. They're all lizard people.
I don't know about that, but they are all related.
Yeah, related to lizards.
No, to Charlemagne.
Not a fan. I'm more of a whiskey type of guy.
No, not champagne. I'm talking about the father of Europe, Charlemagne, the king of the Franks. he who unified much of Western Europe after the fall of the Roman Empire. Charlemagne was a man of the year 800, and his descendants spread like wildfire through the marriages with other monarchs. His lineage is woven into the very tapestry that connects today's royal families. We are talking about the Capetian dynasty in France, the Plantagenets, Tudors, Habsburgs, Bourbons, and the Romanovs in Russia, and even Windsors in England today. All these families share their heritage with Charlemagne.
Wow, Charlemagne must have been a lizard person. Like, have you seen how many babies lizards can have?
Why is that every great person or influencer is a lizard person?
How can they not be? Lizard people have been here a long, long time.
Yeah, since the 1990s.
Shh, way before that. Tell me that. Why do lizard people appear all throughout human history and mythology? For example, the Naga in Hindu and Buddhist mythology are serpent beings that can assume a fully human form or a mixed human-serpent form. They live underwater or in underground kingdoms. I mean, doesn't that sound like a lizard person to you? It does to me.
Okay, so you're telling me that Medusa from Greek mythology with a snake surrounding her head is not a titan, but a lizard person. I mean, don't get me wrong, she does come from Sicily, and as we know, a lot of slithering things comes out of that island.
You know I'm Italian, right?
I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about Dolce Gabbana.
You got me there, but in terms of the lizard people, I can see you need more examples. How about with the Mesoamericans with their deity Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent who was to judge the Aztecs? I mean, perhaps Cortez was a lizard person and the Aztecs were right to fear him. The point is that there are many stories spanning many civilizations with warnings of the lizard people.
You know, even for that's interesting, but these are just stories to scare little kids. I mean, lizards freak out many, many people, and it's a good narrative to add into your folklore for that reason.
Well, have you ever considered that we freak out about lizards because we associate them with lizard people, and we tell these stories to warn little kids?
So herpetophobia, or the fear of lizard, is a genetic memory response to the lizard people?
Genetic memory?
Yeah, okay, so DNA translates through the encoding of genes responsible for specific traits and behaviors. Both genetic and epigenetic factors modulate gene expression, the latter of which can be influenced by the environment and also inherited, allowing organisms to adapt to changing conditions without the need of altering their DNA. You see, Wilfred, genetic memory is not about passing down specific memories, but rather a set of genetic instructions that predisposes individuals to certain behaviors and physiological traits that are critical for survival.
Genetic memory?
Okay. Survival instincts, Evil Fred. Think about a newborn horse standing on its shaky legs for the first time. Within moments of being born, it instinctively stands and begins to follow its mother, mirroring her every move. This helps to keep the baby safe from predators.
Okay, I think you're right about that. Herpetophobia may be a genetic memory because of lizard people. I mean, they are dangerous. Remember about that moon base we talked about?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, David Icke said that the lizard people actually built it. The moon base is a control station that these reptilian aliens use to manipulate human consciousness, making us more violent. Like, they maintain humanity in a state of confusion and thus control.
Wow. Sinister.
Whoa, man. Come on. You really do trash everything you touch. That's my damn line. But yes, it is sinister. It's quite sinister. It's amazing that you see so many connections once you realize lizard people may, just may, be a thing.
Well, I'm not entirely sure if what you're saying is legit. But hey, that's the charm of the red thread. The connections you make are sometimes surprising and often stretch our beliefs like a rubber band. I just hope this one doesn't snap back and hit us in the face.
It's talk about a cosmic game of connecting the dots. But trust me, lizard people are out there. I'm looking at you, Justin Bieber.
Okay, well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have. We'd like to thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We would also like to thank our supporters, Super Dave, Space Pig, YFAT, Roebuck, and Lance. Without your generous support, this show would not have been possible.
I'd also like to remind you lizard brains, if you have any suggestions for a thread you'd like us to follow, please let us know in the comments section of our Discord or email us at the address on screen. I'm Evil Fred.
And I'm Kevin Cater, reminding you to follow the red thread and see where it takes you.
I hope it takes you back to the terrarium.
I don't get it.
Because you're a fork-tongued agent of the lizards, you cold-blooded freak. Sinister. He's got problems. Where's my knife?